Triple pass white guy. African Americans surround me. How many? 2. 2 plus 3 plus 7 equal altitude of trapezoid divided by equilateral triangle is a hypotenuse of 2x plus 7 equal integral. Okay, bye, num. That's right, baby. I wear my band-aid down. Okay? Virgin sequence. Assist to turnover ratio divided by 2 equals a polynomial of an African American man. Infinity times Fisher equal shoot and score in the basket. Okay, momentum of the derivative 2x plus infinity equal to 25 cents. Oh, my homie Stoudemire. Yay! Okay, so we meet again, old man, fisherman. Okay, double 2 plus infinity times quadratic formula over hyperbola equal spin and move. Take me to go fishing, Fisher.
Okay. Introduce the I'm Colin Robinson, and you're listening to the Weekly Relapse with Skylar Potter.
You are listening to the Weekly Relapse with your host, Skylar Potter.
The day is done. Let's party, junkies. It's good for your soul. Every now and then just lose control. So please don't be scared. Come and dance if you dare.
What's going on, buddy? Just hanging out with you.
Oh, I forgot to say, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode of the Weekly I think it's 58. I think this is episode 58.
Wow.
Yeah, putting them in.
Been a long run.
Doing it, doing work. It looks like it's going to rain, and I'm fucking stoked about it.
I'm pretty excited about it.
Dude.
I wore my rain shorts.
Yeah, and your nice little shirt, dude. I like that shirt.
Me too.
You performing it?
Fuck yeah.
You should.
I'm trying to keep people's attention out here.
I'm going to take a picture and put it on Instagram.
It's got birds and flowers and all sorts of shit.
Yeah, that's a dope shirt. Are you excited about the 806 open mic?
Yeah,
Tomorrow.
I know. I haven't gone to one in like over a month, so I need to at
least
least
check
go
out Colin's
watch.
shirt, dude. Check out Colin's shirt. I like how you did a still for the video. I didn't know the flash was on.
That's my good angle, so I gotta stick with that.
Starting next month, dude, we're gonna have every Wednesday for 4 Wednesdays we'll have an open mic. So we'll have the first one's gonna be at the Whiskey River, and then 806 is normal, and then we'll have the strictly comedy open mic the third Wednesday at the 806,
Dude,
and then fourth Wednesday back at the 806 where we can hear musicians and shit too. So
that's badass because there's like so many comedians that show up that it takes up a really big chunk of the open mic, and I
felt kind of like a dick when it started happening because, like I said, for a long time, for 2 years, it was just maybe 3 or 4 comics, maybe. Like a 4-comic night was a great night. We're like, fuck yeah, look at what we're doing. And now like 13 show up, and we're like, there's so many that it's like they can do like a musician, a poet, and then throw up a bunch of comics, and then musician, poet, musician, throw up a bunch of comics. And so the third Wednesday is gonna help. I think it's gonna help like level everything. Hopefully, that's the idea. Well, and then we have a free show at Leftwoods. We actually have 2 free shows this month. The first one is actually going to be August 12th, I believe.
Okay.
It's going to be August 12th. Let me make sure I got my dates right. I've been fucking staring at this calendar too much. August 12th, Josh Cox is going to be performing at Leftwoods. It's actually going to be a free show. Just come in. Make sure you drink a lot because that's how he's going to make his money. Make sure to get y'all get faded, y'all. And then we have the 806, the first time we're doing the comedy open mic. And then we have a free show on the 23rd at Leftwoods. And then Caffeinated Coffee is the 25th. Like
Caffeinated Coffee?
Yeah, comedy, whatever. That's what they always put on the door, though, is Caffeinated Coffee. I've had trouble with that since day one. I've said Caffeinated Coffee every fucking time because it just... I don't know why, but that's just what I never think of caffeinated comedy.
You guys going to Caffeinated Coffee?
That sounds like the name of the place.
Yeah.
Like it's not like the event name. It
the
sounds
most dull, minimalist coffee shop ever. Caffeinated Coffee.
They're like, dude, we don't serve decaf. You bitch.
Yeah.
What are you, an alcoholic? You got to drink coffee at 2 in the morning? No. There's caffeine in there.
Decaf. It's the O'Doul's of coffee. Like, why are you even drinking it at this point?
Dude, who was on yesterday? Fucking Wes Wise. we're talking about juggalos, and dude, he was like, we were talking about how they dress. He was like, it's weird. They're like hood goths.
That's
Dude, I was like, I'm gonna make a
pretty good.
T-shirt. I have to
Yeah.
make a T-shirt now. That's like the greatest statement ever.
That's pretty accurate. Yeah. Not full on. Well, it is pretty much full on. You got the black and white makeup.
They're like hood, yeah, like hood. They're like gangster goths.
Yeah, I don't think there's any rich juggalos.
I was saying I'm glad I didn't like. I'm glad I wasn't a juggalo.
Yeah,
I'm glad I was able to see through that shit.
I'm not even a fan of Insane Clown Posse.
I think we all like the game show song, right? Everyone, like when I was growing up, everyone liked that song. But
Yeah,
that didn't mean
had to listen to it a lot.
it doesn't mean that like I wouldn't rock it today. I'm not
Yeah.
rolling around in my Kia like all painted face and rocking. Like I'm really glad that's not me.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got out of metal. I'm glad I'm not one of those guys who just nothing but metal.
I never fully got into metal. There's days where it's like, I guess you're pissed off or something and you want something that's going to make you... It's kind of like rap in a way. It makes you feel like a fucking tough.
Well, see,
fucking listen to this shit.
I feel like metal's good to clean too. That makes
Yeah.
sense? Like throw on some metal because like you're not... Like, dude, I'll start dancing, dude, if I enjoy a rap song too much. Like I'm not... If I'm alone, yeah... Like,
Yeah.
I'm fucking dancing, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I might be cleaning still, but I'm not getting shit done.
Yeah.
Throw on some metal. There's no beat, really. You're just like, all right. And, like, you're just in it. You know what I mean? Doing dishes.
I don't know if this is sexist, but I listen to, like, female artists, like, strictly while I'm cleaning.
Would that... Okay, I was like, how's that sexist?
Like Nora
But
Jones
you're
and
like,
shit. I
they
don't
really
know.
get it. They really get me
They
when I'm in
get
this
me.
zone.
It gets me in the right mindset.
And I bet your house is really clean because you're a perfectionist, dude. Like, I was looking at how you cut this watermelon and put it in this container. Like, if I can go grab water, I don't think I have any, but if I did, it would just be all chopped up and then thrown in a container.
Dude, that had to have been like a 30 or 40 pound watermelon. That took me like 2 hours this morning.
Really?
This is the first thing I did. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get up early. It's like 8:30. It took me till like 10 or 11 to finish that shit. It took me forever. Probably 'cause I de-seeded it and everything.
Damn. See, you
Yeah.
put in, like, you're a guy, whenever you do something, you do it 100%.
Yeah, like, 1 out of every 10 times I'll actually do something and I want to...
Like-
I won't start it unless I know I'm going to kick its ass.
Really?
Yeah.
So, like, you don't half-ass anything.
Yeah, but I don't do a lot in the first place. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, so so fair enough. You're like, I don't do shit, but when I do something,
I gotta like put insane, like almost autistic level focus.
like
in
you're
it.
not gonna pick up the guitar.
I haven't in a long time, but in high school I absolutely fucking did. But yeah, I would absolutely half-ass that guitar, so don't even bring it up.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bring it out. I'd have to
Okay.
hook up another microphone.
But
It'd be a whole deal.
I just stopped. I don't know. I have guitars hanging on my wall to, I guess, make me look cool.
Oh yeah? Are they
They'll-
electric or acoustic?
I got both.
Okay.
I got 2 of each.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So
So you don't even play guitar, and you have 4 guitars.
I did. I don't say that I do because I haven't picked them up in years. But like in high school, that was my thing. I was gonna be a rock star. Fuck comedy. I was like practicing crowd surfing by like laying on my bed carrying my guitar and
That's awesome, dude.
I got down, dude. I had a keyboard I would set up. I was gonna be like the guy. I'm like, oh, I can't really sing, but I'm gonna jam and then I'll do the keyboards too.
See, I can't sing. That was my thing. So I got into metal. So I did metal vocals. I didn't want to play guitar. I was like, I kind of want to play drums, but I know we can't afford it, and it's a lot of fucking practice before I can get in a band. How hard is it to scream? I get screaming to my pillow every night. I hate my life. So I'll join a metal band. And then, so I just wanted to do that to be the front man. I just wanted to be the center of attention.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of why whenever I did comedy the first time, it felt perfect. It just felt right because I'm a control freak in that area.
Yeah.
Where like if we're doing something like that, I want to make sure I don't want to look stupid, so I don't want to have somebody next to me who can fuck it up and make me look stupid. So that felt nice. And so if I fuck up, it's all on me. I'm not gonna be mad at anybody else.
Yeah.
And then you're alone.
You
Like
have
you're the
complete
center of
control.
attention.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so when I was doing the metal band thing, the reason I wanted to do it was to be the center of the band's attention. Like while we're on stage, yeah, some people we watch the guitar player or whatever, but most of the time they're watching the vocalist.
Yeah.
And that was my thought on it.
I think every comedian probably wants to be a rock star deep down.
I do. I want to be in a rap video so fucking bad. I wish one of my friends would shoot like record like a dope ass rap, and then like I'd memorize it over the course of a couple months, and then we'd shoot a video where I'm the rapper, like in that scenario, where I like I know all the words, so I feel like it's my song kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or I just want to shoot
Just play the role.
parody videos. Like I've thought about this, like a Tech Nine song, like that one's like "fuck everybody but me." It's all a club song, right? So like me, you, let's say like you and your roommate, right? Jay or Jay Hair, wasn't that what it goes by? Jay Hair.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's Jordan, I think is his real name.
Jordan.
He called himself Jay Hair that one night. So let's say I'm your roommate, right? So you guys are hanging out in the living room, like just talking or whatever, and then like I kick my door open and I come and that song's playing, but it's from my point of view where it looks like a music video. I'm like I'm dancing, right? It looks like I'm killing it. Cuts back to you guys. There's no music, and I'm just dancing like an asshole in the living room. And you guys are like, "Damn it, dude, we didn't hide those mushrooms good enough," or some shit like that. And then like one of you's like, "All right, I'll call him to work for him, but you have to sit him, dude. Like I have to roll out in 20 minutes. Like you have to call him to work too, make sure he's all right. You know what I mean? Or some shit like that. And, like just like a 40-second video. I thought that'd be fun. And then like cut back to like the music. Me like where it looks like a music video and I'm like moonwalking like back into my bedroom where I just think I'm crushing it.
Yeah.
And I just thought that'd be the funnest thing to shoot.
I would do a full length video. You could just do like a whole video. You think you're in a rap video, but it's someone trying to take care of you and keep up with you.
And
the
like
whole time.
that and like there's like meanwhile like it's all like doom, doom, like I'm all dancing and then it cuts to like you hear like a phone ring and I'm like this is Scott. I'm not gonna be able to make it in today. So shut up. Like you're like calling into work for me like while I'm like dancing like right behind you. You know what I mean? Like that'd be so much fun to shoot.
I can't make it to work, dude.
I really want to do some parody videos, or like not parody like necessarily, just fun sketch videos.
Yeah. What about our YouTube mini series?
This is an idea for it,
dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is a viable idea because we can shoot any time of day, right? It doesn't matter day or night. We can shoot. We have a location because we can shoot it at any of our houses. We're not looking for like we don't need a set. We don't need a wardrobe. All we need is a script.
Dude, see, I feel like I was overthinking it, because do you want to hear my idea?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so Jordan has told me something about, he had an idea for a screenplay, but I've heard nothing of the story or anything. It's just the name, Yellow Belly, like, you know, because it's like the Yellow City, right? But I was thinking, I'm like, Yellow Belly's a coward, right? What if every character has something that they're like, they have a deep-seated fear of that kind of defines their character, and the backdrop, the atmosphere is the world in which we live, a country that's like driven by fear, and like you're afraid of one side or the other, or there's just going to be nuclear war.
Oh, so you're thinking like same like same like idea stretched over like 10, 20 episodes.
Yeah.
See, we can do that too. We can put those out as well as put out little things on the side, because those are going to take a while to shoot.
Yeah.
And make sure everything's lined up and make sure our story doesn't. We want it to be consecutive, right? You don't want to like fuck shit up.
Yeah.
So it take time to do those, but while we're prepping and doing those, we can also do side videos.
Yeah,
and put
I
those
would
out.
love that. I showed you some of my YouTube videos. Dude.
Yeah.
I'm all about that shit.
This sounds like fun. Like, and, like we've all talked about it.
Yeah.
It's just hard getting to like. It's so funny that it's so hard to get together and do it. But we'll show up at my house to party, or we'll all
Everyone's here.
we can do a fucking podcast. Like we can all meet up to do that, but we never follow through on the sketch ideas.
Mm-hmm.
We just gotta commit. That's the only thing we're not committing.
Yeah, it's fun. The whole process is fun. Shooting it never looks pretty while you're doing it. But
yeah.
As you start to edit it, which is just like a fucking time-consuming.
And see that's the thing, is I don't even know how to do that.
Oh, but dude, that's where all the magic happens.
So do you know how to go about doing that?
Yeah, dude, I took some classes at AC, but those YouTube videos taught me everything. I just like figured it out on my MacBook and
so look,
helped me in school.
we got an editor, right? And we can hang out and like so we can all talk while you edit if that's what you want to do. Like, what do you think we should do?
You know, that's what Jessie just does, like on her own. That's what she does with like the documentaries and the shit that she shoots.
Yeah, you said you just to not to break off. You said she was in a festival recently, right?
Yeah, she shot footage for this short film. It was like 8 minutes long, called Lions of West Texas, and it's just like a little informational bit about just mountain lions out in West Texas, over by El Paso in the mountains, and Big Bend National Park specifically. And she shot a lot of the footage, and so she went down there. I went with her so she could do some Q&A. How
cool was that,
dude? It was super dope. This little town. First off, I've never even been to West Texas.
Me neither.
I'm so used to just driving and seeing canyons and just flat, dead shit. There's just mountains and it's green. And
What?
there's,
Where?
clouds.
Like what is? I guess what is what? I've never been. I've been to Austin.
This
That's
is
in
the
San
other
Antonio.
side
So,
of Texas. This is like over by El Paso, almost to Mexico.
Yeah, I've never been over there.
Like underneath.
It's
New
crazy
Mexico.
how fucking big Texas is.
Dude,
It's stupid.
You can drive for like 10 hours and not even leave the goddamn state. If someone was like, "Do you want to go to North Dakota?" You'd be like, "Fuck no." But you could drive to Brownsville and you'd be like, "Yeah, okay." I think it's like the same distance. It's a long ways away.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid how big it is. But anyway, so this little town, how many people do you think?
2,000 people. And get this, I read about that in like a Forbes article. But it's a small ass town, but they have this international film festival. And people fly out, and there's this one like insanely nice hotel. Though ours was kind of nice and like old fashioned, you know.
Yeah,
But this one insanely
it wasn't
nice
like
hotel.
a Baymont.
No, not
Yeah.
even close. It was closer to like an old saloon hotel.
That's
But
kinda
a few
cool,
years
though.
down the line. Oh fuck yeah, we've stayed at a couple of
Like you don't want
those.
to trade that experience for a Motel 6.
No.
That's what I was trying to explain to Matt. Like when we ended up staying in that hostel without an
Yeah.
air conditioner, downtown Denver, window had to be open, and we're in between nightclubs. It's loud as fuck. People are fighting. I was like, I wouldn't trade that for the Motel 6.
Dude, I
it was
live
way
for
better.
That shit.
Yeah.
That's memorable.
Our
like,
bathroom was
it's more
down the hall.
intimate.
We had to leave the room and knock on a door to make sure no one else was in there to use the. It was like Charlie Day's apartment, dude. It was fucking crazy. But I wouldn't trade that for any. We're on the second story,
Yeah.
looking down onto like Broadway or whatever the fuck that street is in Denver.
Yeah.
Like it was fucking awesome. But so you're in this fucking, you said like saloon type hotel.
Yeah, well, you know, more like from like maybe the 50s or 30s or 40s, something like that. So
Still.
it's a little more modern, but that was a lot of fun. But the super nice hotel has like a badass restaurant in it that we ate at. And it's one of those where like as soon as you sit down, they're getting you your drinks and you open the menu and you're like, "Oh, I'm going to be spending like $100." Like I can't, we're not the type of people that just leave. We're going to like, "Oh, we're going to fucking see this one through."
Yeah, I've
But-
been there, dude. It's the hardest thing when you're like, we both want like a salad, side salad.
Dude, everything was dank as hell. We didn't eat as much as we normally do. But the festival itself, though, by the way, it was super cool because I love documentaries.
I love documentaries.
And the little video block that we had, there was like a 30-minute doc and then like a 1-hour one. And then a 12-minute one after the Lions. And hers was just like wildlife. These others were about like immigrants and like Syrian refugees. And these things like almost made me cry. Like one was just this lady that moved from New York, from Hungary to New York. And she overstayed her visa, which is the case for most illegal immigrants. They came
Yeah.
here legally, but they overstayed. And she even like supported Trump and everything. And they would overlay just these things he said about Mexicans and stuff. And they made it sound so ominous. And then this woman, like, deported herself. But, like, her life was here. She's like, "I'm going back home to Hungary." And I'm like, "Doesn't sound like you're fucking home to me." Like, all her friends are here. She's just a cleaning lady. She enjoys her job. She has a dog.
So is she gonna she's like, I love this country, so I'm gonna follow the rules
Yeah.
and go to to Hungary, and then maybe she's gonna reapply for another visa.
She tried to get her green card early on, and they got swindled by, like, some lawyer. And honestly, what did she say? Like, oh yeah, you can't come back to the country for 10 years once you've been deported. And she's going to be 71.
God damn.
And it's so cool because the people that created the film are there, and you can ask them questions. And you're like, "Well, does she regret it?" And they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, fuck, that sucks.
So she wishes she just would have stayed,
Yeah.
cause like nobody was forcing her to leave.
Yeah, like she probably could have got away with it. I mean, she's European, so it's not like ICE is gonna come fucking rip her out of her house or anything. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just sad. And I'm like, man, like, why does it have to be just people have to be sent away? Like, why can't you just change the fucking rules to where it's like, all right, have you committed any crimes? You are who you say you are? Okay, cool. Like, you're living here, you're
And
working here, you're paying sales
You're
tax.
70. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
She already fits in. She's in the economy and everything. Like, I really don't see the big fucking problem.
right. Well, yeah, I don't know, man. Like going back to how like that's what's crazy. Documentaries, they can make you feel that way. They can make you feel good. The Amazing Randy's one I always talk about. It's called The Honest Liar.
Yeah,
That was
the dude that busts all the magicians.
Oh my god, that's such a good documentary.
I love him.
Yeah, I love him too.
He's so good.
I would be surprised if he's still alive. That he was old as
I
shit
think
during
he
that
might
He
be.
might be.
Yeah.
I know they did, like, speaking of deportation, they in that documentary, his like little assistant, this little fucking Spanish dude, turns out to be his lover.
Yeah.
And they fucking they deport his ass.
God damn it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Documentaries, dude.
Yeah, they're dope.
There's one called The Wolf Pack. Have you seen that one?
What is it about?
These kids that like lived in New York but never left their building, and they would like they would make movies. They would sit down. One of them would write out the script for Reservoir Dogs. Like he would watch the movie and then write it word for word.
They have like
they would
really
make-
long hair and
Yeah,
shit.
I'm on the verge of having to cut my hair because I'm gonna look like one of those creeps. Like there's one in there with dead eyes, dog. I watched the
haven't
whole
seen 'em.
documentary and I was fucking scared of this one kid.
Or I haven't seen the documentary, but I've heard of him because I think someone else watched that.
I watched it a long time ago. I've talked about it a lot. I don't know if that's maybe I've already brought it up on one of our podcasts.
Jordan may have brought it up actually because he's like, yeah, I think they're gonna like be in an actual film or something now.
Well, like they would make these like his Batman suit looked
Mhm.
like the Dark Knight suit, and it was made out of like cereal boxes and yoga mats.
But they're super good at it, I imagine.
Yeah,
Got nothing to do all day.
it looked real. It looked like the Batman suit,
I mean, that's fun.
like
as
armor
shit.
and all, dude. It was crazy.
That's kind of cool. I'm gonna have to look that up.
It was on Netflix whenever I saw it.
Really? Jesse's been watching a lot of HBO documentaries, and dude, HBO pulls no fucking punches. There was one about the murder of like 3 boys found like molested on a river embankment. They showed you pictures and everything, and like, you know, I'm not saying I like that, but that's how you know this documentary is gonna be the real deal.
Yeah,
Like, oh shit, oh.
I'm tired of seeing people fucking die on Facebook. I talk about this every episode. It feels like. Last night, right before I laid down to go to bed, this fucking dude grabbed a power line, was standing like he offed himself with a power line. That shit was.
Oh, he actually died.
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh.
He like burst into flame.
Wow.
Like his feet started like because he was on top of the building. He like leans over and grabs it, and dude, his feet just start fucking like sparking and smoking, and then yeah, dude, just roasted the dude.
That's crazy.
was
I
in-
can't believe that's on Facebook. You used to have to go to the dark web for that kind of
No,
shit.
dude, I see something like that every day. There was another guy who a couple days ago, like I guess poured gasoline on himself while he was in his car and lit himself on fire. The car was on fire, and there was a dude walking around on fire, and a lady screaming. I watched some chick get
I
hit
kinda
by a
wanna see
car while doing that stupid Drake dance, but we couldn't find out if it was real or not. She got fucking taken out. We watched it. We watched it on Wes's podcast.
Damn. Yeah, I do. I guess have a kind of a sick thing where I don't like watching people die, but I kind of go search that shit out.
Oh
every
my
now
god!
and
One
then.
time I saw this. I was scrolling by, and someone had jumped off of like it had to be like a 30-story building,
Mhm.
and just the fucking sound of them hitting the
Just a loud
pavement,
pop.
dude. It was the word. It sound stuck with me forever. It's like something I'll never not be able to hear it. I can pull it out in my head right now.
Have you seen anyone ever get their head cut off?
Yeah, when I was in school, one of our at Tascosa, one of the computers in this, not the computer lab or anything, but one of the computers in one of the classrooms, Mr. Moore's class. It's like right by the shop.
Everyone knows that one.
Dude, well, yeah, it was I can't remember the name of the halls, like 1000 or whatever, but it was right next to the shop. It was not the typing class, but this one where it was the dumbest class ever. But the back computer had a shitload of hardcore porn on it. And then the computer right by his, like, I don't know, like the one that you can see him, but it's like not facing his window, right?
Yeah.
So he can't see what's on your screen. That one had like a shitload of beheading videos on it.
Wow. Yeah. See, those are kind of tough, but I saw one that was really close up, and just like the guy going, and then whenever they cut through, it's a bunch of gurgling. Man.
See, I didn't like.
Holy
I definitely can't
shit.
watch shit like that with volume on it.
Yeah, I certainly don't want to get my head cut off ever.
Jihadi John.
Dude, I'll be like, hey, I'm fucking Muslim. You can't do this to me.
Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. It's like, that's not gonna stop them.
Yeah, it won't. They kill other Muslims all the time.
Yeah, they kill each other.
Yeah.
So, is there anything fun going on with Trump? Anything we can laugh about?
I mean, laugh about. it's like kind of hard to laugh at this point. Let's see.
Because you actually pay attention to this shit. I
Dude,
don't. I've been asking everybody what's
I-
up with the Russia stuff, and nobody can answer me.
Oh, do you want me to break down? Dude, I can go on for a long fucking time about the Russia thing because it's so complex that it almost sounds like a conspiracy theory. But the thing is that there is actual evidence. There's been like 32 indictments. 5 people have pled guilty. And these are people that were close to Donald Trump. And then you just put that superimposed over just the way he fucking acts. He'll never say anything bad about Vladimir Putin, who we've been against for fucking goddamn ever. That's what I thought. Obama wanted to be friends, and Republicans ripped him for that shit. But now it's like, yeah, fine. And then you watch him do this press conference with Vladimir Putin where he's like, well, our people said Russia meddled, but, you know, Putin, he very strongly and sternly, powerfully told me that he didn't. That's like, in Trump speak, that's the highest praise you can give. Oh, he's very strong.
And powerful. And he said it. And
he's like, who do you want me to believe? This guy over here or, like, you know, hundreds of people that this is their job?
So whenever, in doing that,
he dismisses our own
intelligence
government
community
officials in exchange for this guy who's the head of an adversarial state who does sketchy shit on his own. You know, anyone that opposes him ends up poisoned, or, you know, they get like some kind of radiation inside their tea. That happened to a guy. The one guy who probably wasn't going to beat him in a presidential election, but like ran against him, that was popular. He got arrested. So, like,
well, see, I had to explain this to my mom, dude, because she's gnarly Republican. She loves Trump and all that, which is cool. You do whatever you want.
Can't stop him.
But she was like, there's so much hate coming from one side. From one side, there's so much hate. And I was like, Mom, there's hate coming from both sides. You're just on one of those sides, so you don't see it. I was like, you're saying hateful shit about them. Like, I've watched you do it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just because you disagree with them and you think you're correct, what you're saying you don't perceive as hate. You think of it as truth, which is still hateful of what you're saying, because like they believe the opposite of you.
Yeah.
And like, since I don't believe, I'm not on either side of this fucking argument. I'm able to sit back and watch both sides and go, I think you're both fucking wrong. Like, I didn't want Hillary in office.
Yeah.
She's scary as shit.
But you can trust her with the keys to the car.
I don't know,
You
dude.
know what I mean?
I don't know. I feel like there should be like a redo process. Like when it comes down to two people, if there's like a percentage, like a huge percentage of the country going, nah, I don't want either one.
Mm-hmm.
They should be like, all right, well, we'll fucking start over, get some new people.
Yeah, I feel like we're at a really important point in our history, but I just don't think there's any
Let's elect
of
a
the
robot.
right people.
Like the robot, bringing that AI god that cult's been worshiping.
Yeah, it's like, what shall we do? Just kill all humans?
Like, well, that's everyone else's answer. So yeah, he's elected. Do it.
No,
That's exactly what the other candidates are saying, but in fancier words.
I would put, honestly, nothing past the American people at this point. Like, Russian meddling or no, I'm not shocked that Donald Trump won, because a lot of people just, they think he's like them because they're narcissists too. And they're like, I'm right, you're wrong, fuck you, America.
But what's crazy is a lot of people don't listen to what they say. The candidates. What they do is they are already rooted in one of the sides, like Republican or Democrat. They're deeply rooted. Like they believe that their party's right.
Oh yeah.
So they don't listen to the arguments.
No, that is
what they do is they
true.
focus on the opposite party and just shred them and rip them, while never once listening to what their candidate's saying. And then the moment it comes down to two candidates, one Democrat, one Republican, they feel obligated to side with the Democrat instead of saying, I don't agree with him either.
Yeah.
Like, they feel obligated to go, that's my guy, or that's my lady, because of this last one. But yeah, dude, like,
pure tribalism.
Like right now, if Jay-Z comes out as like a Democratic runner, right, or Republican Party runner, and then someone equally famous goes as the opposing side,
Andrew Dice Clay,
I would vote for him. I don't care what party he
would
represents.
win is the thing.
I don't care what I don't care what party. I don't care if he wouldn't say a fucking word political. He'd be like, "Oh, you over here scratching your chooch," like he just He'd never say. He would never address the fucking thing.
Well, he tails it like
He would
it
say.
is.
He would say faggot during like
a
the
debate.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He would call another candidate that, and then he'd go up in the polls.
You know, it was really fun at first whenever it was just like the Republican primaries because you almost thought Donald Trump was like a plant. Because
Yeah,
he's
you were
just
like-
up here shit talking Jeb Bush because my brother kept us safe. And Trump's like, kept us safe? What does that even mean? What's that supposed to mean? What 9/11 happened under him? What about all those wars? Did that make us any more safe? I don't feel more safe. I was like, man, goddamn, I gotta hand it to this
Yo,
dude. Holy
that's,
shit.
That's what he does. He talks shit.
He just
He would
fucked
be-
up those guys.
He'd be a great roast comic.
Oh,
He would just
yeah.
roast people.
Dude, if he would have just taken his routine on the road and like not run for president and just done a traveling show, he'd be set for the rest of his life.
He
I
already-
honestly think he would be happy.
He already is set. Yeah, you're right. He would be. I think he's happy because he's in a position. He's in the ultimate position of power.
On one
So-
hand, I think he never wanted to win, but yeah, his personality, him being president, dude, like,
Does he run
imagine-
again? Does he go for the second term?
He's already fucking running. He announced his re-election campaign like a day after he got elected. Are you fucking kidding me? He even copyrighted the catchphrase for it. Keep America great. He ain't even done shit yet, and he's like, it's already great. We're gonna keep it that way.
Oh, that
Yeah.
guy's.
Oh,
Dude,
you fucking
he's something
know he's
else.
going.
I think what he's gonna do. I really think what he's gonna do is he's gonna legalize pot right before the next. The next cycle of let's vote, like let's go on the road and do this. What is it called? Campaigning.
Yeah.
Right before he starts campaigning, or like maybe like three events in, he'll legalize nationally. He'll just be like, hey, it's weed's legal. Don't fucking worry about it. And then all of a sudden he has the fucking like the real, like the unheard of vote.
Yeah.
Stoners. They don't go out and vote.
I would, that would do the trick for him, but
I think it would work.
But I
All
don't
my idiot
think
friends
he'll
would
ever
still do it.
Oh yeah,
They'd go out and vote.
but I don't think he would do that.
I'd probably
it's
do it.
that-
I'd be ecstatic. Like
Dude, he is. I'm telling you, he is on the wrong side of everything. Yeah, he can say whatever he wants about weed, but his attorney general, the guy that would be in charge of locking people up, is Jeff Sessions, and he said he was cool with the KKK till he found out they liked weed.
he said that.
Jeff Sessions said that. Yeah, is on the record. This is all real shit, man. He couldn't even get appointed to the Alabama State Supreme Court because he was considered too racist, because Coretta Scott King or someone like that wrote a letter, and it's like, this dude's a fucking racist asshole. He can't be impartial. But none of that matters because Republicans are in charge of everything. And just like you said, there's the right letter next to their name, it's all good. Because all those people Trump talked throughout the whole campaign, they're all cool with him now. It's all cool, man. They were like going, the skies are gonna turn dark. And it's like, well, you said that about Obama. Yeah, but we're for real now.
Yeah, they're like, and think about it. We're on his team, so and we're scared. Like,
Yeah, but they won't do anything about it. So that's all lip service as far as I'm concerned.
So as far as those indictments you were talking, or you said people were arrested due to the Russian.
Yeah. So, Donald Trump's okay. All right. So 32 separate people have been indicted, and a big chunk of them are Russian companies and specifically like Russian intelligence officials.
I saw some lady
Obviously, we'll never get them
in
behind
trouble. She got
bars.
arrested. That chick
Dude, okay.
who was running. She was getting close to politicians and
Okay,
political
yes.
Republican parties.
So the indictments are all from the special counsel investigation. This lady is from the FBI investigation, and she was arrested, and this is where it almost starts to sound like a conspiracy theory. She was acting as a back channel between the Russian government, specifically the Kremlin, which is like their White House, and the NRA, the National Rifle Association, because Republicans get a lot of money from the NRA. Of course, no one would ever question that, but you pump in a lot of Russian money in there, and it acts as a money laundering operation. And as soon as she got arrested, within hours, the IRS passed a rule saying that the NRA specifically doesn't have to reveal its donors on its tax returns, which is super convenient, though I'm sure they already know everything they need to know. But this woman, who was just like some Russian, acting like she was from the Russian NRA type thing, had constant communications with Russian intelligence. And they can prove this, otherwise they wouldn't have arrested her.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
And she was like 26 or 28, right?
Yeah, it made
she was
me
really
feel
young.
like a real piece of shit.
Yeah, she was real young.
Because I'm like, damn, I'm over here just trying to crack jokes to make a difference.
Yeah, and she's like,
This
you know,
bitch works for the government.
yeah, she works. She's like a spy. She's a spy. There's no other word for it. She's a fucking spy.
Dude, she was fucking like high-ranking officials and stuff.
Yeah, and then going through their wallet after they pass out, dude. You know what I'm saying? Going through their laptop with thumb drives and shit.
No shit.
Dude, she's like fucking like the female James, like the Russian female
Yeah.
James Bond.
And who, like, the thing is, like,
Just
okay,
fucking her way to
how
success.
many more of those fucking people are there? There's a lot of Russian people at my apartment, oddly enough, and I'm like,
I don't know. Like, what do you do with that? You join their? Do you join them, or do you just mind your own business? What do you do? Like, if you find out your friend's a fucking Russian spy, dude.
I don't talk to my fucking neighbors.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
say
Though you
that
find
much.
out your homie though. Like, let's say it's like you have this Russian friend for like the last 10 years, and he's doing really well, and you're like, dude, I'm really fucking proud of him. He made a difference. Da, da, da. You find out that dude's a spy. Like, just like she went to school with somebody. You know what I mean?
Dude, that's scary because if you confront him, he's probably just gonna fucking kill you.
Like, are you a spy? Or what if he gets drunk and tells you? Imagine that. Imagine, like, you're at a bar, dude, on this dude's, like, 23rd birthday, and he gets one too many fucking Jack Daniels drinks in him, dude.
I've been a spy since I was 16.
Dude, his Russian accent starts getting real fucking heavy,
What?
and he's muttering in and out. He's going from English to Russian, and starts telling you fucking secrets and shit.
Vladimir Putin is my fucking cousin,
Yeah,
man.
dude.
I never tell you this because I'm actually a spy. Don't tell anyone that.
Yeah, don't.
This is supposed to be secret. Like,
You-
nah,
you-
you're fucked up, man.
If you tell somebody, we both die. So
No, seriously, look, these pills, they kill me if I take them. I'll put them in your mouth. Fight me. Like,
imagine that. There's people who live dope fucking lives.
yeah. Dude, what if you're a spy and you're like, I actually like it here.
Dude, part of me wants to, like, I remember watching that movie, it's the one with Jesse Eisenberg.
American Ultra?
Yeah, I remember
like
watching.
the embedded chip or some shit.
No, yeah, like they programmed him,
Yeah.
and like then he had the trigger word, or the trigger phrase that would like, boom, he's back to being a fucking badass, like
Mhm.
ninja. And I remember watching that, going, I sincerely hope I'm a ninja. Like I hope I'm fucking like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
part of me was like, I really like, I hope that's true. Like I hope maybe not me, but like. Part of me is like, that's awesome, dude.
What-
But part of me is like, that's super fucking scary, and I
What if
really hope
you're-
it doesn't exist. But the deep down, part of me hopes it's me.
You want to be like super strong and agile.
Yeah, you just want to be a badass for a couple hours.
What if you're like cranking it, just ripping on your dick, and they trigger the like super strength, and you just accidentally like rip your own dick off?
What if there's like 300 of us? Like, let's say I'm one of them, right? Or me and you are both, right? If there's like 300 in Amarillo, but all you have to do is go on the news, and like, or like the radio station
Mm-hmm.
or something, and fucking like one of those broadcast emergency things. Just say like, there's a tornado, da da da, and then just utter the phrase in there, and it activates everybody at once.
And we just start stabbing people.
And
in the
yeah, dude,
faces.
that's the
Holy
zombie
shit.
apocalypse. It's not. It's like ninja zombies who were trained by the government. It's not like your little flesh eating raw. No, dude, it's like parkour zombies.
But you know what though?
Half of them are the hood goths.
But in a way, that's how like cyber psyops campaigns work. That's how like fake news works, because stupid people get on Facebook and they believe all of it.
And they say they believe what I
And
just said.
They act as a mouthpiece, and that is how you get a message across.
I really hope someone takes this for a word. Like, someone hears this, they know I'm joking, but they're like, what if he's right? And, like, they spend the rest of their life doing research to find out.
Yeah.
And they're like, I think Skyler's on the inside. I just
Finally
fucking, he
cracked
talked
the
about
code.
he talked about American Ultra, the Russian spies.
Dude, what if the government's listening and they're about to bust in our shit?
They're going to be disappointed, man.
Hey,
I'm a really
say.
boring person. They're like, what are your skills? I'm like, I'm kind of funny, and I'm pretty good at Rocket League.
You could send me to fuck Russian spies. Maybe I can get some information out of them. just don't give me any information, because I will spit that shit right
Yeah, just
out.
don't tell me nothing.
When she starts sucking me off and swallowing me up.
Honestly, I
Oh.
wouldn't even tell me if you're sending me there to do that. I would just like let me run into her naturally. Because if I know, I'm gonna tell her. I like, what if I'll fall in love? I'll fall in love.
Yeah.
As soon as she takes her clothes off.
I'll go in deep undercover. I'm gonna marry her and have kids. Okay. We're gonna go live in Siberia in the spring. It's
Can you give me one with money? I really need one with money.
I really need one of those rich spies.
Yeah, like one of those. Like I just need, like drives nice cars, but like then also is a good cook.
Yeah.
Kind of spy.
Not one of those spies that's undercover as like a fucking junkie for 2 years.
It's like the Mr. and Mrs. Smith thing.
Yeah.
Like where they were both
Fuck
spies,
yeah.
but neither one of them knew it.
I mean,
which
in a
is
good
a
relationship,
preposterous-
you try to kill each other all the time anyways.
That's a preposterous thought that they're both very high intelligent spies, and they don't know that they're living with another like through the roof intelligent spy.
Yeah, some fucking
like-
spy they are.
Yeah, how many red flags have passed over the years where you're like, wait a second. You
Why
you
is
do
your shirt
you,
covered in blood?
you
This is
do
your
what?
shirt. Oh.
You telling me you sell homes? Really? Okay. I was cleaning earlier. Hit this button.
I sell mansions in the sky. I
The
send
floor
people to meet
dropped
their
out, and then
maker.
a car popped up in our living room. Explain that. There's guns on the car. How do I know? I'm a spy too. Okay, I'm just trying to call you out.
It's like you take up all the storage space in the bathroom, and yet you've got this secret compartment below the house the entire time. Like, why didn't you never fucking tell me that shit? I've got all these old video games that I could be storing down
First off,
there.
it's a 3-bedroom. It's actually a 9-bedroom that we got on a steal. I feel like I should be included in that conversation.
Small bedrooms down here?
What
What the fuck?
You have people? You have people down here too?
You have a motherfucking fridge down here. When do you stock it? At night? I've never seen you buy these groceries. You told me that you won't buy the fucking Gushers because then I'm going to blow up.
Like, oh, this is where you keep all the snack food. You go down, that's even healthier than the shit she's forcing you to eat.
I'd be so fucking pissed.
Nothing but
honestly.
hummus.
I'm a little bit pissed off right now just thinking about it, actually. Like, I'm offended.
I'm upset with this. That's fucking crazy, man.
My girlfriend moved in and all my empty space, it's fucking gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's something everywhere now. Fridge, cabinets, you name it. And she's like, oh, I'm not done moving. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I threw away like a third of all my possessions, just shit that had been piling up.
Just so that she'd have room.
Yeah,
Or so it'd be like a little cleaner.
yeah.
See, I used to, like, when I was on drugs, dude, I would sell, like, anytime like if I wanted it bad enough, dude, because I'd be doing well and have money, and then I'd run out of fucking money, and then I would end up fucking selling, like, my TV or all my games.
God, Jared Leto over here.
Yeah, and I'd end up selling everything, dude. And then, so like now I have trouble. Like I won't even put my shit in a garage sale.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like it. Like I keep shit I buy.
You know, I had a traumatic experience.
I'll give it to people. I might give people stuff.
Yeah, see, I don't feel guilty about that, but anytime I trade something for like a super low amount, it really hurts me. Like I traded in my PS3 and like 21 games. That's like thousands of dollars worth of shit for $120 to go towards a PS4. And I felt like a junkie selling his PlayStation, honestly.
Dude, I've sold so much shit, dude. So much.
You're a real hustler, though.
So
it
much.
makes sense.
Like I have legitimately I lost a car once. Could never find my car. I think it got towed.
Okay.
I didn't even feel like going. I didn't even follow up on it.
That would fuck my whole life up. Like, that's all I would talk about until I get my car back, frankly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. That
Just couldn't
hurts.
find it.
That makes me hurt.
Oh, you're gonna try some. So this is. Where'd you get this watermelon at?
This was actually on the way to Marfa, Texas. We were driving down. There's hills in the distance, and there's these empty fields. And I saw my first ever actual migrant farm workers. And I got so excited.
And then you
'cause
looking
I'm
like
so
you were like, I
fucking
have
white.
to stop.
Well, there was a farmer's market not far. It was actually right next to the field. And so on our way back, we went. And they had big-ass watermelons. They were, like, already ripe. I assume they were ripe from the vine, maybe grown in that field. And I bought this, like, fucking 40-pound watermelon. And I got, like, 7 of these fucking containers full of this shit. We bought some other kind of melon called a Fonzie melon. It's like a giant cantaloupe, but it's just, like, white flesh. And it's, like, cucumber/cantaloupe.
Oh, I hate
Super fucking good.
I hate cucumber.
Really?
Yeah, but dude, I am impressed by your fascination with food. Like you love food, and it's not like you like me. I love food, but I love food in a way like I'll go to a Burger King and I eat there and I love
no,
food.
But same.
But you love food and like you like to make food.
Yeah.
You like dude, you brought what is this one?
So this is
another jar of salsa, dude. It looks fucking good. It looks like roasted peppers.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is more of a traditional, like, just hot sauce. It's there's 3 different peppers. There's a ancho chili, which is a poblano pepper that's been ripened and dried. Some kind of New Mexico chili. Yeah.
This fucking watermelon is great.
It's the truth. I know.
Oh, dude.
There's chili de arbol, and yeah, this New Mexico chili. And you buy these dried chilies, and you just put them in hot water for like 15 minutes, and they smell like fucking raisins. It's kind of crazy. And then you just treat them like normal peppers, and you just blend them. And I de-seeded all of them, and it took me for fucking ever. Just like the de-seeded watermelon.
That one that red sauce that you gave me, the fermented one. I started what did I put it on? I put it on something weird. I put it on pizza. That was really, really good. I put it on macaroni. I thought that was amazing.
Like
Rice-a-roni. It was really fucking good with rice-a-roni.
I
love, like, if there's a hot sauce around, I think the only one I have left is a jar of the pineapple.
the green one, pineapple and jalapeno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because I blew through that sweet one. I was putting it on like a hash brown, like crazy, and the mango one. Like, dude, they didn't stand a chance. I finished that like the first 2 days.
Fuck yeah.
I love that shit.
Yeah, I'm doing another batch of that fermented one. My batch that I had at home that I had already bottled, I added a little vinegar to it because it just kind of.
How long do they last?
Missing it.
If I open it, how long? Like if I open one of those mason jars, how long do they last?
Well, they have a lot of vinegar, so that keeps shit from growing in it. But I mean, I'd say keep it refrigerated. One guy that had a bottle that didn't keep it refrigerated said he's like, "Oh, it started to mold," and I'm like, yeah, "Okay." I was like, "Yeah, just keep it in the fridge then."
Yeah.
But I mean, I really have no clue.
I haven't got sick yet, so.
Yeah, I haven't had any problems. Haven't had anyone report back with any complaints.
Dude,
the only one.
Have you tried that Rockstar Pizza over here?
Where's that at?
It's right next to the Green Gorilla.
Okay.
It used to be Hungry Howie's.
Okay, I've seen it. Yeah.
I've been wanting to try it. It looks really good. I've been obsessed with that Barstool Pizza review show on YouTube or Facebook. You know what I'm talking about?
I haven't. No, dude, you gotta. I'm not on Facebook. I know I'm on Facebook.
Yeah.
But just for the comedians.
It's how it started, and then I got addicted just like everybody else. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Is it like some kind of History Channel?
No. It's this dude from New York who just goes around to.
I saw a clip from this, and this dude had like several male celebrities. That one, and the girl didn't even recognize any of the fucking celebrities, just the host of the show.
Yeah, but I love this guy. I can't stop watching I just can't stop, dude. So now I'm eating more and more pizza. That's how it worked out.
Yeah, it's very easy. You just showing me that quick little clip of that dude picking up that cheese pizza, I'm like, fuck, I think I'm getting cheese pizza tonight.
And then like I catch myself like, I love my favorite thing now is I take a bite and go 1 bite. Everyone knows the rules because he does that, and then he takes like 7 bites. He said after each bite he says 1 bite. Everyone knows the rules. And he takes like 7 bites. He eats like a whole piece of pizza, and then he reviews it.
Dude, have you seen? You know who Review Bra is? Report of the Week. He's like the.
I can't stop eating this watermelon, dude.
He's the YouTube fast food reviewer to fuck with, and he will be like, going in. He talks like with this transatlantic accent, like an old 1920s radio host. But he eats like half the fucking sandwich, and I'm like, God damn, dude, I take a bite and I start talking, but he like eats half of it, and he puts thought into it, and he's almost, you would almost make fun of him if he didn't come across so genuine. Like, nobody fucks with this guy. Like, you fuck with him, but you don't fuck with him.
Right. I like, there's that Ronald Jenkins. He was like a weird piano player. Do you remember him from YouTube?
The name sounds familiar.
I'm not trying to be weird, but he might. Like, he's definitely like maybe like autistic or something.
Yeah. Okay, I have seen a couple of this dude's songs.
He jams, bro.
Yeah.
I genuinely like watching him play. Like how into it he will get.
Yeah.
Like he gets.
Yeah.
And like it's one of those things. Like whenever you're writing a joke, that's what your brain looks exactly how he feels in that moment. You feel like how he looks. Like he's just in it, dude. Two different keyboards just rocking it, dude. Look at his face. He's fucking loving it. sounds like some shit off Sonic, bro.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Like, dude, right now you're like the underwater level
Yeah. This
from
would
like
either
Sega.
Yeah, this is either great video game music. I feel like a rapper could totally rip on this.
Oh shit. We're gonna get Jordan to hit a track on
Freestyle
this.
That's what I was gonna say. Watching this dude play is almost like watching Jordan freestyle. It's just
Is he at
coming
work
out
right
of
now?
him. Yeah.
Fuck.
Nah, he's got a big boy job. Got the 9 to 5. Gets weekends off.
All right, I'll turn it down. I love Ronald Jenkins, dude. He's fucking dope. Be cool if like I wonder how he's doing now. I know he got an album and he put a bunch of shit out.
Oh,
I
really?
just love finding passionate people.
Mm-hmm.
People who are like I said, I'm impressed by your passion for like making salsas.
Dude,
I'm
if you
impressed by
ever-
his passion for keyboard. Matt's passion for getting shit done.
Yeah,
is
that's
very-
my fucking hero
Yeah,
in
dude.
that regard.
Dude, it's like I used to have that drive, dude, when I was starting Yellow City Comedy.
Mm-hmm.
But after like 3 years of it, like having somebody else have that drive has been a nice little break. Now I'm getting back into it. But the last like 3 months, dude, I've been able to like kick back and shit's still getting done. It's not 100% on me,
Mm-hmm.
and it's such a good like every time he makes an event page for me, I'm like thank you,
Yeah.
because it like that helps me so
Yeah, no
fucking
shit.
much. And yeah, dude. So Matt's ability to just get in there and get shit done it impresses me and it makes me want to work harder.
Mm-hmm.
You doing like every time you start talking about salsas, I'm like fuck, I gotta write, because that's
Yeah.
my salsa is comedy. You know what I mean? I don't do anything else. I do comedy. I don't make anything. I don't cook. I won't even build an IKEA chair. Like
Damn.
I'm not that guy. I get fucking mad too fast. I play video games and I still get angry as shit.
Yeah, no, that's easy to do. And, you know, because you got to get a good challenging game that's going to take you on that emotional roller coaster.
They're fucking up some hockey, dude.
Yeah.
NHL 2000. I have the like the 2016 one, but it's still tight.
See, I never fuck with like the first-person shooters, the sports games. I've been playing Donkey Kong on Switch. Tropical Freeze.
See, oh man, I want to play some. Like it's been so long. Like that's what I love about my GameCube and my original Xbox. Is modern games. It's weird. Like they're really hard, but they're fun, but they're not. It's like it's not where it was.
It's like it's a product and less work of art.
Like whenever I bought a game for $40, which was high priced, like $30 was $20 to $30 was like your average game for an Xbox, original Xbox. So you bought Halo for $40 or something like that.
Yeah.
It was the full fucking game.
Yeah.
You had the whole game.
You unlock shit.
And then it wasn't like Sea of Thieves. I was playing that for a long time. I had to get rid of my Game Pass, but that was like a great example that they wanted $70 for this game or $60 for this game, and it wasn't even finished. It wasn't even close to being finished. But it was don't get me wrong, I love the game. I dumped hours into it. But it was like I would have been upset had I bought it at full price and then had to delete some shit for the updates that were coming in to make it the game it was supposed to be when I bought it.
See, me and Jordan were just talking about this last night. These bigger media companies buy up these smaller studios, and it's like, we need something every 2 years. Like, just put this shit out. And so not only are they releasing, like, products that probably need a little more time, but they're also putting in little microtransactions and shit like that into there. And that's what is so cool about Nintendo. And I will always vouch for fucking Nintendo because they will go years and years between releases, but they have so many franchises they can kind of like.
But
stagger
that's
them.
where I respect the fuck out of Rockstar.
Yeah,
Rockstar's the same way.
Mhm.
Like if they'd put out a new Manhunt or Bully, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And you know it's gonna be full of shit. Like you could play for hundreds of hours.
Dude, I am literally blood is rushing through my dick right now on the thought of Red Dead Redemption, the new one.
That's right.
You know
That's
what I
right.
mean?
I don't think we got anything new on that from E3.
That's another thing I love about Rockstar. They won't even show up to E3. They'll just be like,
Yeah.
nah, we'll tweet something.
You
You know
we'll
what I mean?
let you know.
Yeah, we'll tweet it. Don't worry about it. We're getting shit done. Like, and then you trust them.
Yeah.
When they say, hey, look, we're getting some shit done, you go, there's no date on there. And in your head, you're like, it's because they're not going to tell you a date and have to push it back.
Yeah.
They'll do it at the end, but they're not going to do it a year in advance. like
Yeah.
everybody else does, and then have to push it back. What they do is they give it to where like they're in their final stages, and they're gonna have to do updates and stuff, just like because it's modern. Like they're gonna update it, but they'll tell you whenever you're gonna get your game.
Yeah.
And when they're confident about it. I love Rockstar.
Whenever they have something like truly remarkable to show, because they don't want you to be like, this looks like shit. Well, it's not the final build. You show them the fucking final build.
Yeah, they're like, look at what we're doing. And like I understand that a lot of their people are working on the GTA Online, which I think has been ruined. I feel like GTA Online it's done. There's no more fun shit to do on GTA Online.
Yeah. Shit gets played out after a while.
5 years is long enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like when it started, it was dope and it was okay. They had it for a second, man. Whenever I was playing, right before all the bunkers, and everybody had fucking planes and flying motorcycles and all that shit. Before all that, whenever it was like biker gangs, and you had you'd have a cocaine factory and shit like that. Like the CEOs was a little over the top, but like right in that area was like when it was perfect. And I just got bummed that they fucked in like they gave everybody too much. You know what I mean? Everybody can just buy fucking heat-seeking missiles with planes and shit. You're gonna die.
That's my own spit I'm choking on.
I should stop talking and just like let this play out.
Oh, fuck no.
He's like, kick the Ronald Jinkies back on.
Like, time for a song.
But yeah, dude, I respect the shit out of Rockstar. I really wish they'd make another Manhunt. That game was crazy. Did you play it?
I played Manhunt 2
See,
on the Wii.
I think I played the first one. On the Wii, the best game for the Wii was Red Steel 2.
Yeah,
It was
that was a fun game.
That was the best game they
With
put
the
out.
1-to-1
Yeah.
sword play.
And then you could do like the sword, and then when you pointed it forward, it was a gun, and you could like wave, and it would like they'd be shooting at you, but you're chopping bullets out of the air.
Yeah.
And it was like all first person. Like, that game was
Didn't feel gimmicky at all.
that game was the shit.
Yeah.
I've been trying to explain that to people, and everyone's like, I didn't play it. Because you had to have that. It came with that extra sensor for the bottom of your Wii.
Motion Plus.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
If I could get my hands on that right now, I wouldn't go to the open mic tomorrow. Like if I got it today, I wouldn't be at the open mic.
Well, those video games are easy to get distracted by. It's like, no, I'm not gonna come out. I'm in my underwear, playing fucking Wii, playing fucking Mario right now.
Yeah, it's really hard.
I'm not gonna make it, dude.
Like I can buy beer at a store and drink here. Like I don't have to go out there to do it.
Yeah, dude.
Whenever I was telling everybody, like I put something on the internet about how I'm watching Home Improvement, and you spelled out like the, like I'd never seen it spelled out before. It was like I never would have guessed it started with an E.
Dude, yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I still between 8 and 10. That's my shit, dude.
Dude, oh no, same, dude. They would have like, marathons.
I'm not talking about 8 to 10
on,
years
like-
old. I'm talking about like 8 to 10 p.m. tonight. I'm gonna be watching Home Improvement. Like, I love it. Like, I can watch Drew. Like, right now, this is how sad this is. Right now, Third Rock from the Sun is on, and I'm kind of bummed about it. But then after that, they'll play that 70s show. Then I have Home Improvement.
So
Then
they
that
still
70s
play
show.
Home Improvement.
Yeah, between 8 and 10
Nice.
on Laugh, which is like you have to have an antenna to get it.
Okay.
Because I don't have cable, and you're dying. Do you want to? We can hop off if you want.
No, I've got it. I've got it caught now. This is the residual. That would have been, man, ratings would have shot up if I would have just died on the podcast.
Yeah.
There'd be a fucking news story about it and everything.
Yeah, but I have to deal with
I should
it.
have just kept joking.
But I'd have to deal with it. Then I definitely wouldn't be at the open mic tomorrow. I'd be in a fucking investigation tank or something. like, would you?
Oh, I thought you were gonna be by my hospital.
We saw watermelon on the table, and then your friend just magically died. Okay.
Did you poison the fucking
We're
watermelon?
gonna need the recording. I'm like, I haven't aired it yet. Like, I haven't been home. Like, it doesn't matter.
They probably would actually. They would be like, yeah, we're taking the fucking computer.
Yeah, and the salsa.
And the salsa
We're
too.
gonna test it all.
Gonna make sure none of this shit's poison. Yeah, I better take the watermelon too.
They take my dogs for some reason.
Yeah.
It'd just be crazy. They're like eating the watermelon. They know for sure it's like you clearly choked, but I'm still in an investigation. So they're like, yeah, unfortunately we're gonna have to confiscate it. And they just start eating it.
they confiscate this, and then they're like, this too.
Yeah, they roll a joint in front of me. Like, you know this is illegal, right?
Where are your snacks at?
Yeah. You You got Gushers? We're listening to the podcast. One of you guys said something about Gushers.
We're taking these too.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith was a good movie. They're just...
Like, yeah.
Oh, they're talking about Russian spies. Get them both. Like, this one's dead. Take them in. It doesn't matter.
Might get fucked up. Feds will drop in. Like, what do you know about Russia? Just what's on the news. Yeah.
Yeah, and like that's the thing is like the only thing I keep up with is weird shit. Like I've been keeping up with the Roseanne thing, just because like watching her be an asshole is entertaining me. Because I was kind of felt bad for her until I realized that she could just go, look guys, I'm sorry. Even if she didn't believe it, she could just lie.
Yeah.
And everything would have been fixed by now.
And
she may not have had her
refuses to.
show, but she'd still have a career. And instead, she's just fucking fighting it. And then she blamed Trump.
Wait, when did she blame Trump? I thought we were blaming Ambien.
No, that was the first video. That was I thought the bitch was white. Like,
Yeah.
I played that at the beginning of Wes's podcast. But, no, there's another video where she's like, I'm in my own studio where I'm not filtered by the mainstream media. And this has been my stance on it and will continue to be my stance on it and has been my stance on it from the beginning. I thought, and she says her name, I forget her name, was white. I thought she was white, and the only reason this is happening is da-da-da-da-da, and then she closes out by being like, the main reason this is happening to me is because I voted for Trump.
Yeah.
She never once said, look, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Never once. Oops, my bad. I should have. And I guess she's talking about going on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Really?
So I'm going to watch the shit out of that one.
Yeah, that's such an admirable quality in someone is being able to apologize, even if it's bullshit. If they can do it unprovoked, honestly, that works for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, these people, they refuse to just do like such a
Imagine if
simple and good thing.
Louis C.K., imagine if he came out and was like, this is only happening because I voted for Trump. You know what I mean? He'd been roasted, but what did he do? He fucking apologized.
He was like, I have a problem. What do you want me to do?
Yeah. He apologized.
I'll drop off.
And he's probably back on stage.
Yeah, he will be. Even
We'll have a
Bill
Netflix
Cosby got
special
back
in
on stage.
2020. We'll have a Netflix special.
Yeah, we'll be
Or
ready for him.
whichever network is ballsy enough to let him do it. But he'll have another special.
Yeah.
Because he said, I'm sorry. You know who's not going to have another special? Fucking Roseanne.
Yeah. Maybe she'll get hired by like Breitbart or something. I don't know.
What cracks me up is like you and I have both said worse shit on this podcast than what she tweeted out.
Oh, yeah.
But we're not
watched that
famous
whole
and it doesn't
Asian
sound
video
serious.
a minute ago.
Yeah, that's how I opened it.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, dude, I found that on Facebook. That guy's not in trouble for making it.
Yeah, no.
You know, that's weird. But once you have fame, you just gotta learn to apologize.
You pretty much have to walk on eggshells all the time too, because people will twist shit around.
Yeah, and they'll take, like, it's a big fear of mine that one day, like, if I do get successful, which I don't know if I will, but one day if I do, that they're gonna take a line from one of my tweets or from a podcast,
Yeah.
where I was like, Jews are the worst or something, you know what I mean? And then that's the only thing they're gonna take. They're not gonna take the whole joke, the build up to it, or the afterwards where I should have said that, I was just kidding. I was like, oh, that was terrible. None of that's gonna be there. It's just gonna be quotation marks, my name underneath it. It's just say Jews are the worst,
Yeah.
Skylar Potter, and
That's
then I'm
what's
gonna be
gonna get
talking to
shared.
Anderson Cooper about it, and I'm gonna be like, I thought that bitch was white. And I'm gonna ruin my career.
I know, because it's like you're not sorry because you didn't really like do anything wrong, but you can't exactly like not acknowledge like, okay, yeah, out of context.
Yeah, well, like, that's what I would say. I'd be like, you took it out of context. I'd be like, if you listen to it, you know exactly what the fuck I was saying, Anderson, Mr. Cooper. I was talking about you during that podcast, so I know you listened to the whole thing.
Fucking
You know what I mean?
bougie-ass Vanderbilt boy.
I actually like Anderson Cooper.
I love Anderson Cooper, and I love Andy Cohen, and when they're together, it's like one of the best things ever.
Anderson Cooper's laugh is like the only that like, and I don't mean this in any hateful way, like, but when he laughs, that's like the one moment you're like, dude, yeah, he's gay for sure.
Yeah, he's like
it's like an adorable, just just like
it's really cute.
fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
The end of that is fucking perfect.
Yeah. Because he can't believe. He's like, I can't believe I'm working on fucking CNN. My mom was fucking rich as shit, and here
God,
I am.
that laugh. Have you practiced that?
No, dude, I just watch a lot of Anderson Cooper.
I'm really impressed by that. Like, that impression. You do a great Jesse Ventura. You do a great Anderson Cooper laugh. Who else are you? Who like, don't do Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's played out. But who else can you?
Famous people. Like in school, I was really good at doing teachers, and you have to like try to not do it around that teacher because you don't want him to get upset.
Yeah.
But I was pretty good at that. I did the morning announcements one time as like one of the coaches, and like the other coaches had to come to the office to like see who that was.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that sounded like Kylie, but we didn't really think that it was him.
Yeah.
But famous people, as well, Jesse Ventura, I guess. I can maybe almost do Seth Rogen.
All right.
Yeah, I lost a lot of weight for Green Hornet. Yeah, I don't really think
I could see if you had more like gurgle in your. Yeah, like it's like one of those things. Like
I've
Seth
been
Rogen's gonna be a
nasally
hard
voice.
one to nail.
Yeah.
I saw a video of him doing stand up when he was like 13 or something. Or it was at a point like he was young enough that he didn't have that voice yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, because he was in Freaks and Geeks when he was really young.
yeah. And it had to have been around that time of his life, the Freaks and Geeks time. It had to be. But yeah, like it was. I mean, it was pretty funny. This is like the second episode in a row where I forgot to mute my phone, and I've had phone calls and shit.
I put mine on vibrate, and I even put it under my nutsack so we wouldn't hear it.
Yeah. I've been super unprofessional lately. Just whatever. Like, I think what I'm doing right now is pretty unprofessional.
I know you're not even wearing a button-up shirt. Like,
Yeah. What am I doing, man?
yeah, I thought
But
this meant
to be fair,
something
but
to
to
you.
be fair, it's an altercation comedy shirt
know.
with JT Habersat on it, flipping you the fuck off. So it's the greatest
Yeah.
shirt ever.
I was like, man, that's actually perfect.
JT Habersat's the shit. He's the one that got me on. Like he is altercation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dope.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
I guess I can kind of do Keanu. I did the Keanu in that one bit, which is like borderline Bill and Ted, but yeah, okay. My name's John Wick, all right? My wife died. But you know what? I'm moving on with my life. I got a dog, and then they beat the shit out of me and killed my dog, but I'm not going back to the game, okay?
Dude, I wish I could do impressions, man. Like when I was growing up, I used to do like Lorraine from Mad TV. Yeah. Oh. That's nice.
Oh, God.
But I just can't do it anymore, man. I used to do Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yeah.
That was a big one that me and my buddy Josh Schindler used to just anytime we got together, it was like impossible for us to not do the impression. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You have one of those friends that like once you get around them, like you just turned into a fucking buffoon.
Yeah, one of my coworkers actually, it's like if I see anything funny, it's like next time we work together, I'm like, okay, holy shit, I have to tell you all this shit. I have to get you caught up. And we do, she can talk in a British accent, so we talk British a lot, and it's really fucking stupid, actually. You get caught by the customers doing that shit, but
Dude,
it's fun.
One time,
I'm gonna go on my break. I'm feeling a bit peckish.
yeah, dude, me and my girlfriend and her sister, we got hammered at the bar one night, and we're just sitting at the bar. So the bartender's like, literally, you're further away than the bartender, and Brett's doing a British accent. I think her sister Lauren's doing a British accent, and I'm doing like an Irish accent that I can't hold. So I keep fading from like Irish to English, and we were there for like 3 fucking hours, ordering drinks and shit like that, like being loud, like obnoxiously
I
loud.
bet they fucking love you.
It was fun for it was fun for a little while. We got kicked out of Zombies one time because me and Jay wouldn't stop doing Rick and Morty.
Oh.
I was Morty.
That'd get old after a while.
Oh, dude, you have no idea. We'd already been doing it. We were calling people and leaving voicemails. Like, it was out of hand. Like, tequila was a big deal. This was actually not that long ago. This is maybe a year ago. And I don't even think that long.
I used to do a lot of prank calls, and it'd
It'd been like last November.
But now that I'm an adult, I'm like I honestly, I cringe at the thought of it. And there's videos on YouTube of this shit, but I just like
of what?
prank phone calls I did.
Oh, like the Jerky Boys, man. I used to do prank phone calls, but I didn't ever record them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we would call, I'd do like an old man voice.
Yeah.
And when they answer, they'd be like, hello. I'm like, what do you want? You know what I mean? And like, I'd try to make it like I was acting as if they called me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was like my whole thing. It was like I would just hold them on the phone. Or you'd ask for somebody, and sometimes when you called a random number, that a person by that name would live there. I'm like, is John there? And like, they'd be like, yeah, one sec. You're like, oh no. Like, now I have to really commit.
There was one time we called what we thought was some girl, and it was some other people, and we're like, yeah, is Ashley there? And they're like, Ashley doesn't fucking live here. This is not her goddamn number. And, like, that was just, like, so out of the blue that we just kept calling them every day asking for
Ashley. Yeah, why wouldn't you, dude? I think at my work, Papa John's pissed off the employees at one point.
Was it all the black employees?
No.
Oh.
Papa John's pissed off, like, where I work now, the tattoo shop.
Oh.
So the tattoo shop called Papa John's every day. Not put in a fake order or anything. They just called them and, like, bitched at them. Like, every day for, like a month.
Like, you guys didn't give me cheese and peppers, so you can go fucking kill
Yeah,
yourselves.
like, every time they got bored, they would just call up there and start bitching.
It's easy to do. And, you know, because working in customer service, the worst part about it is you're kind of a whore in a way. You have to sit here and just take abuse from people. Because people, as soon as they, like, if you weren't at work, they would not show you this level of disrespect.
Right.
Ever.
Ever.
And if they did, you had every right to whip their ass.
Yeah,
But, like,
you'd get really upset with them if you were another customer.
yeah, but they know you have to take it. And these people that are trash and dirt poor walk in and they're like, oh, peasant, can you pick that up? I've spilt my drink.
Yeah, they go above and
fuck
beyond
you.
to, like, fuck with you.
Dude, I'm telling you, my dream is to just own my own business where all you do is tell people to leave.
Yeah.
And if they don't, you just put a gun in their face. You're like, I feel threatened right now.
We're in Florida. Stand your ground.
Yeah, man. I'll be on fucking Alex Jones and everything. I'm like, you're showing them how it's done.
Dude,
Well, yeah.
I watched a
Fuck
video
customers.
of Alex Jones' wife. She went on an opposing network because, you know, he has InfoWars. And there's, like, another dude, this, like, white dude who thinks Alex Jones is full of shit. Like, he doesn't believe anything that he says, that supplements are dog shit. And that he's just a scam, you know what I mean, just an idiot. And so she goes on his show and just
Yeah.
starts, like, shit-talking about Alex. And to be fair, she was like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Like, he needs help. Like, he's a crazy person. That's what she's saying. Like,
Yeah,
I was
clearly.
married to him for years. He's a crazy man.
Like, no, this isn't an act. This dude's fucking, yeah.
And,
this
like,
is all real.
she had, like, a background in, like, something that was able to, like, help him. So she, like, helped him take off.
Mhm.
Got him his first big guest and stuff. And then she's, like worried about, like, I guess she said, like, something about, like, his legal actions and, like, everything he's been doing to, like, tie up the process. It's been over $6 million on this
Wow.
custody battle. And, like, he just keeps going crazy. Then he went and got high on Joe Rogan. I think they used all that against him. And then he had to say that he was an actor in court.
Mhm.
And then whenever that came out, he had to go on his show and be like, I'm not an actor. Like, I'm an
Yeah.
actor whenever I do this.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you're fucking crazy. Like, when do you walk away from that, man? When you have enough money, when the fuck are you just going to walk away?
Yeah, well, and that's the whole thing. He's got to be crazy, or he's got to actually be believing this shit because
I think he
all the
believed in it
legal
when he
shit.
started, and then somewhere along the lines he doesn't believe it anymore, but he knows how to sell it, and, like, that's money. Every time he goes on there, and the crazier he acts, the more views he gets, that's money. It's all money.
well, dude,
People buy his supplements, that's money.
Imagine you have your own show, and you know your shit's bullshit, but you have your own show, so you're kind of full of yourself a little bit in the first place. And then there's someone famous that watches your show, and they call in and they tell you, yeah, you're speaking the truth, do the right thing, whatever, yeah. And then that person becomes president. How do you not just go like, I'm God, I'm the voice of the nation?
His kid is scary looking, dude.
Dude,
Rex?
that kid is not right. He's
No.
got whatever his dad's got,
Yeah, dude.
straight up. That's a fucking genetic thing right there. I need to meet this man's family.
Yeah, you can say. I didn't expect you to say that.
Yeah, no,
No,
I've seen that shit. That's
he
fucking
does
weird.
have whatever his dad has. No, there's nothing behind the eyes, man. There's nothing. It's just fucking. And then the way his wife was explaining is like he's been indoctrinated. Like this is what he's supposed to do. Like if your dad owned Firestone, what are you gonna do? You're gonna grow up and you're gonna run Firestone.
I'm gonna sell tires like a motherfucker.
Yeah, you know what I mean. If your dad's Brad Pitt, you don't really have to act, but if you chase anything, it's not gonna be like welding.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be an actor, you might be a rock star, or something like that. Like Tom Hanks's fucking kid, the rapper.
Oh my god, I forgot about him. I was gonna be like, oh yeah, Colin Hanks. Like, no, yeah, the other one.
No, it's like Donald's son. He reminds me of like Donald's son, just the fucking.
He's Eric. He's the fucking failure.
Dude, that Eric. Dude, I love that we can just call him by name. Like Eric, that fucking douchebag. There's no reason we should be able to do it. Like, we live in such a crazy world that, like, we can shit all over the president and his family, and then I can
Yeah.
tweet him about it. I can send him the link to this part of the podcast.
This is the most intimate I've ever felt with a president because I have to read about him every day, and none of it ever makes me proud. And it's constant, and it's like I didn't even keep up with Obama like this.
All right,
shit.
here's a fair thing. What could he do to make you feel proud? What would Donald Trump have to do in order for you to change your opinion on him?
Resign.
No, like in
Oh.
all sincerity, other than quit the job.
Other than quit the
Yeah.
job.
So what kind of massive move would he have to pull? This is an interesting thing because you're right. Like, how does a president? What do they have to do to change your mind? What does he have to do to change Colin Robinson's mind to make you think he's a good president?
Okay, starting tomorrow, take measures to block Russian hacking or any kind of involvement with the election. And these people have hacked into our power grid and shit. That all needs to be taken care of stat, because who needs to fire off a missile when you can just shut off the power in a major city or something like that, right?
Okay.
There have been no orders from him to do anything to protect the integrity of our elections, right? It's just been these people at the NSA and stuff have just been waiting on orders. So he could do that, and then he could go out and denounce Russia and enact these sanctions that were passed by Congress that he signed but never enacted against Russia.
So those two
he
things.
could show that he is not Russia's bitch
So if he did those two things
and delete his Twitter.
and delete his Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like that last one's trivial. I think everybody wants that, but there's no way it's going to happen. So those two things, if he came out and over the next month was able to pull off those two things, he got the ball rolling on the hacking situation.
Yeah.
And they're like all the cyber shit like that. He goes to the NSA, does all that.
Yeah.
Boom.
I would still disagree with him just on like almost every single policy.
But would you applaud his effort? Would you
Yeah.
openly
If
on
he
Facebook
did
go
that,
look?
I would be like, that's the right thing, and basically just stop trashing the intelligence community. Just like everything he does, all somehow links back to him not doing anything against Russia. He'll be like, I'm tough against Russia. He is not. He won't say anything bad about Russia. He talks shit on fucking everyone. Goddamn everyone.
But
He won't do it with that. And everyone in his fucking campaign has some kind of fucking link to Russia. And then these people from the campaign are the ones that are pleading guilty. They're not just getting arrested and going to jail. They're pleading guilty, except for one, Paul Manafort. And this dude is fighting it, and they have all this evidence, and his trial's going to start any time now. They're giving, like, immunity to these witnesses. He was Trump's campaign manager.
and he's the one that pled innocent,
He
not guilty. I
Yeah,
guess.
he's fighting it. Yeah. And he's worked for the Russian government. He's worked for the Ukraine government. They say he was kind of behind the whole invasion
So how does that
of
guy?
Crimea.
How does that guy get to that position? If he's worked with these, so this is why I know I'm not. My brain is not built for politics.
Mhm.
Like, I understand the shitting on each other part
Yeah.
to make your point. I get that, but outside, like, how is that guy allowed to be there? Like, how is he allowed to work up to that level if they already know he's tied to Russian and Ukraine? Like, why would they be like, we trust you with secrets?
Maybe they pick him specifically because of his Russia connections. Trump has been receiving money from Russia. His relationship with Russia has been since like 2013 at least, because of like the Miss USA pageant, which he owns. There's like evidence that they've been finding, but nothing has come out officially. But they're saying that the Trump organization could just be a money laundering front for like international oligarchs and shit. And he has all these relationships with these people from Russia because Donald Trump's gone bankrupt so many times. He can't get a loan in America, so he gets money from Russian oligarchs because they're a lot like him.
So, what do you think is gonna happen? Like, with all this, like, do you think it's like, is it like a war-worthy thing going on right now, or do you think it's just gonna maybe cause like a depression? Like, what do you?
Okay,
Because you seem really concerned, and I don't know enough about this.
Because the thing is that they have hacked into a lot of our infrastructure shit. The electric grid thing, right? We don't have enough stuff to keep foreign people from getting on and learning passwords and shit like that. and they can just cut off power or cut off cooling something, and it like things can overheat really quick and explode and fuck up. Like they can shut down power plants and people just lose power, and that causes a lot of panic. And that's basically an attack, but there's no bombs, there's no weapons. It's all taking advantage of our reliance on our technology and the way
So
we
it's
do
essentially
things.
so everyone's worried about the EMP,
Yeah.
right? Which is going to do what you're saying they can do just by clicking enter on a keyboard
Yeah.
because they've got the password.
Yeah, and then the other thing is that we know that they got access to voter rolls in like over half of the states.
So what does that mean? So how did they did they fuck up the election?
So there's people that like they can access the like voter rolls, so they can see who all is registered to vote.
Okay.
And there have been a lot of cases lately of several voters being purged from the register to vote rolls. And so whenever they go to vote, they aren't registered to vote. And they're like, no, I know I registered. And they're like, yeah, you're not on here. Or they keep sending you to a different place, like you're registered in a different area. And it's inconvenienced for you. And like you might not even vote at all. Or you can do a provisional ballot, which is a piece of paper, but it might not get counted at all. So if people get deleted from voter rolls, that kind of affects. And if you find people that have like Mexican names or black people, something like that, you're like, no, they're probably going to vote Democrat or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Was there like fraudulent? Like were they taking any of these people that they're like,
well,
we
say,
know enough about them that they're probably not going to vote in the first place, so we can just vote in place for them? Like we can use their name to vote?
I don't know. They've said that the vote count wasn't affected. They keep saying that, so I guess there's no kind of proof. I won't judge you. But the electronic voting systems, okay, have software that's from a Russian company, and they have third-party access. They can access the voter things. And so that's just like, what does that mean? Does that mean they actually could change votes? Possibly. But there's also the fucking information campaign, the Russian trolls, and the thing that they have been trying to get Donald Trump to do is remove sanctions that come from this thing called the Magnitsky Act, because there was a guy. Are you ready for this shit?
I'm excited, dude. I'm learning a lot. A lot. My audience, I don't know if they're still here. I don't give a shit. I'm learning a lot right now.
Okay, there's this guy, Bill Browder, who worked in the UK as a financer, just some kind of banker. He'd handle people's funds and like invest them in the right shit.
Bring your mic up a little bit.
Yeah, so he was an American citizen, but since he had the Russian government wanting to do business with him, he had to like revoke his American citizenship, because there's some kind of law that doesn't allow you to help adversarial nations with financing. I don't know. But anyways, he's like a UK citizen technically.
Okay.
But he has a lawyer, and he was doing some kind of work for some Russian company, and then he found some like $200 million like missing somewhere. And he had his lawyer, Sergei Magnitsky, like look into it and look at the tax returns for this guy and shit. And he found some kind of like secret operation where these Russian oligarchs are like defrauding the government, the Russian government, for like tax dollars. Like they're not paying their taxes, or they're paying them, and then the government is just paying them that money back in a refund check.
Yeah.
And so this dude, Sergei Magnitsky, who is a Russian, takes this shit to the authorities, and he shows it to them, and they arrest him, and they accuse him of stealing all the shit.
What?
And for like 8 months, this dude was like moved from prison to prison, and like cold cells and shit, and tortured, and he got sick. And once he got really sick, they took him somewhere and just beat him to death. And Bill Browder, who he was the lawyer for, got a warrant put out for his arrest by Russia, and they tried to put it in with like Interpol, the international police, saying that he was guilty of defrauding the Russian government for like 400 million. And so he got with like John McCain and some other senator and told them about this, and they passed the Magnitsky Act, which like froze the assets of all these Russian oligarchs, like all the money that they have in the United States, which a lot of them put their fucking money over here. They have property over here. They have all this shit. And with this Magnitsky Act, they can't access any of that. And it's because of what they did to Sergei Magnitsky.
The guy who got beat to death.
Yeah. And so the Russians, in retaliation, because the oligarchs are the ones with all the power. It's actually a lot like America. The people with like all the money have truly all the influence on the government.
Okay.
And the thing is that Vladimir Putin, in particular, he figured out, I forget how exactly, but these oligarchs all pay like half of everything they earn to Vladimir Putin. And he's believed to be worth like $200 billion, making him like the richest man in the world. Because he took one of these oligarchs that kind of spoke out against him, and he had him arrested, and they put him on trial, and they had him locked up in a cage and shit, like at the courthouse.
Whoa.
And it scared the shit out of all these oligarchs. And so this Magnitsky Act fucked them up, and all he was able to do to like get us back was ban the adoption of Russian children to Americans. And the only children that the Americans will adopt are like the sickest and the ones that need it the most. And so it's like a mean retaliatory thing, right? So he needs that, Putin needs that act done away with, right? So part of this Russia investigation, one of the things that we found out, and that Trump and his children have admitted to, is that there was a meeting at Trump Tower with a bunch of Russians, representatives from the Russian government. And they've admitted, they were like, no, it didn't happen. Then some proof came out that it did happen, because there's some emails. And they were going to trade dirt on Hillary Clinton, right? They're like, oh, we've been doing some hacking and shit. And what their excuse was no, we didn't talk about any of that. We talked about adopting babies.
Yeah.
And they admitted all that. And that's what they're referencing. Is they're like, yeah, we should really get this passed. And so that is like the Russian government going into the Trump campaign.
And saying, look, work with us. We need this. What was it? What was it?
Magnitsky Act. Yeah.
They need that
it lifted.
pulled so
Yeah.
they can have access to all this money, and then we'll help you, but all you have to do is say you're trying to get a baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's the way to go about it.
And so it's not just like Trump, oh, wow, he looks like such a pussy with Putin. Or like, oh, there's a PP tape. It's like, dude, they're coordinating their shit. So there is collusion. It's right there. And then, again, all this shit I just said, just lay it over the backdrop of fucking Donald Trump and the way he acts. There's no collusion. It's all fucking hoax. This is all fake. Don't believe the cops. Don't believe the FBI, the NSA, the CIA, these people that know all the shit. It's like, oh, they're dirty. They're crooked.
So how is he still in power then?
Because the branches of government that are supposed to act as checks on his power are run by Republicans. And they can say, oh, he's crazy, but they vote with him on party lines, and they won't stand with the Democrats, especially if it comes to impeachment. And any Republicans that actually do kind of speak out against him, they lose in their primary elections because they speak out against Trump. And so they're afraid of the fucking voters. Because people, again, suck ass.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
And then I'm over here bitching because I'm like, I can only eat ramen this week. Like, I'm telling you, some people live crazy fucking lives, dude.
Dude, and just the fact that it's Donald Trump at the center of it just makes me like, is this real life?
Yeah, like, I've been
Like,
questioning whether I'm in a
fucking kidding me?
coma or not for a few years now, and it's only getting, like, weirder since then.
Yeah.
I got hit by a car, and everything's been going crazy. Like,
Dude,
everything's crazy.
Nothing, honestly, someone will present some crazy, like, what if this happened? I'm like, honestly, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Really.
At this
For
point, it's
real.
like we have Russian spies and everything. And then the fact, I don't know, dude. It's just crazy. It's fucking. It's mind-boggling, dude. It's hard to wrap your brain around everything you just told me, and that's just a fucking drop in that pond.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Hillary Clinton. Before she was even running, I was scared of her.
Yeah.
I didn't like her.
Well, I don't know. She's not relatable. She, like, represents the establishment. And, like, to me, Bernie, like, first off, I loved Barack Obama, especially running against her, you know, and I thought he nailed it. And then she ran again, and Bernie got me excited. Like,
yeah, I like Bernie. I mean, he was charismatic.
Yeah, she wasn't, like, a strong candidate. And, like, yeah, a lot of people just don't fucking like her. Like, a lot of people are sexists, but also it's just like, yeah, the Clintons quite clearly take money from rich people.
Yeah.
Like, but at least they're Americans.
I don't know, man, dude.
But they're quite clearly corrupt. This whole pay to play, you pay them enough money, you might get a little government position. Like, if I had the money, I would fucking do that. But, you know, that doesn't seem right to me.
Yeah, that's what's crazy, man. That's how the whole world seems to run.
Yeah.
And, like, it's
Everyone
hard
has
to.
their price.
Dude, it's so hard to get money. Yeah. Thomas Thompson, the host of the 806 Open Mic, he was telling me, he was like, dude, Chick-fil-A said they're going to pay their employees $17 an hour. And he goes, I'm pretty sure my morals bend right at $16.50, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I'll tell a gay person they can't fucking eat here. Like, it was for $17 an hour? Fuck my morals. Everyone has a price, dude. And, like, that's no bullshit. $17 an hour is a lot of money to fucking cook chicken.
Yeah.
But you have to have that fake smile. I'd get fired from Chick-fil-A so fucking fast.
My pleasure. Like,
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Every one of them, they're all fucking psychos. I have to go pick up food there all the time for my work.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A people are scary.
They are.
It seems like a cult.
A little bit. I've always liked the ones that worked at the mall. It's different people every time now. I don't really go to the food court anymore, but the people that worked at the mall just didn't seem to give a fuck. And I saw this one girl at the 806 at an open mic one time, and I recognized her because she used to work there. And I was like, hey, you used to work at Chick-fil-A? And she goes, fuck Chick-fil-A! And walked off. And I'm like, damn, I honestly thought it was a nice place to work. I don't know. It could be that she worked at the mall. That's a soul-sucking place.
Yeah, I used to work for Hot Topic. I
could see that.
I only did I had just lost my job, and I knew the dude. He passed away now, but he used to be the manager up there, Patrick. And so I just went up there and I was like, dude, I know it's season. Like, you guys are about to start fucking hiring people. Like, it's around Christmas.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need a job. So I got to work there until about Christmas. And then, yeah, they cut back down. It was cool. I mean, it was cool then. And then I covered some shifts at the Radio Shack in the mall.
Yeah.
And that was the worst. Like, being an adult and working at the mall is way different than being 16 and working at the mall. Because, like, when you were 16 and 17, you were like, these are all, like, it was. I used to convince girls and stuff to buy me shit at Hot Topic all the time. Like, while I was working. I was the one checking them out.
I should try that more.
And I'm like, you know, those earrings are buy one, get one. And they're like, oh, I don't need another pair. I'm like, yo, your boy's trying to stretch up if you're trying to help, man. And, like, they would fucking buy me earrings. And, like, that was
it's
fun.
not the only thing I'm trying to stretch up, if you know what I'm saying.
But then Radio Shack, I'm 24.
Yeah.
Like, this place sucks. I'm right outside the fucking kid zone at the mall. They're right out the doors, the kid place.
Dude, I wanted to work at the mall. I worked at Summit.
I hated it.
There's nothing but old people in there. And
Summit.
Like, can you show me how to do this?
Oh yeah, the one I actually worked at was
Georgia.
Did you work? Who was your manager at Summit?
I had Charles C. and then like 2 or 3 other people.
Yeah.
And
I didn't know
Eve
if Brett.
eventually.
I didn't know if Brett was ever your manager.
Nah, she wasn't. Oh.
We took over that thing, dude. My buddy Justin was my manager. His roommate was like the assistant manager when I started. So it was like me and my 2 buddies working at this place.
Yeah.
And then he went over to the mall to be the manager there when Charles C. left. And then my girlfriend took over Summit, the one on Bell. Or was it on Bell or Coulter?
Coulter, yeah. 34th and Coulter.
Yeah, she took that one over as manager. So, like, I literally had a homie Like and then the only one we didn't care for was the Boulevard because the manager was very rude. She was mean to everybody.
Everybody else.
She wasn't clicked up with us, bro.
Yeah.
She wasn't in it. She was a bitch. She was so fucking mean.
Yeah, I didn't like any of my managers.
She was the reason I quit that place, dog.
Really?
She called me one day. We were talking like Nick Cannon had just come out with these headphones called the Incredibles.
Yeah.
And they were made in the same factory as Beats, right? And they gave us the whole pitch on how we're supposed to pitch them. And it was like a fucking Tuesday afternoon, dude. It was like 1 in the afternoon. I've been there. I think I was working open to close. Justin was like at a Comic-Con. And I had gotten a job offer the day before to go work for Boost Mobile. And I was like, nah, man, like I appreciate my job here. Like it's fun. I get to write a lot, you know.
Yeah.
And she called me, dude. And she was like, have you been letting customers try out the Incredibles? I'm like, yeah, you know, like no bullshit. I literally had took the phone call in the headphones.
Yeah.
My phone's connected to them. Like I've been listening to it all day. They were cool headphones. They're wireless. I could get my job done. We're slow. And like maybe 8 people would come in, but since I had them on, I would literally take them off and be like, dude, check this out. And I was actually trying super hard to sell these headphones.
Yeah.
Which is outside of my character. That's not how I normally run shit. Normally I'm like, if you don't want to fucking try the headphones, you don't have to try the headphones. I make $8 an hour, whatever. Today I was on it, right? And so she calls me. She's like, how many headphones have you sold? I was like, 0. Like first off, I already know you can go on the computer and see what I've sold.
Yeah.
Like I can go and look at your inventory. Like I didn't say that, but that's what I'm thinking. And I go, I haven't sold any. She's like, well, have you been letting customers try them out? I'm like, yeah. I'm literally wearing them right now. I've been letting customers try them when they walk in the door. And I'm giving them the pitch about how they're made in the same factory as Beats and all that stuff. And she's like, you know, they're not Beats. They're Incredibles. And I go, yeah, I know. I almost said her name. I was like, yeah, I know. Like if they were Beats, they would say Beats on the side of them. And like I got real fucking mad, and then I literally hung up the phone, called the guy from Boost, was like, I'll take the job. When do I start? He said, whenever you want. I was like, I'll be there tomorrow. Hung up the phone, called my manager. I was like, yo, just so you know, when you get back into town, I'm not gonna be here anymore. This is my last day. Hung up the phone, and that was it. Never went back to Radio Shack.
Yeah, fuck Radio Shack, man.
It was, looking back, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't a lot of money. Inventory sucked, and then those fucking, I hated doing the planograms. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, that was my favorite thing to do.
I hated it.
Really?
I hated it.
It was like playing Tetris.
I'm dyslexic, and you're doing nothing but typing in fucking SKU numbers. It was the worst, dude. It was I literally hated it. Like, that was the only part of the job I hated.
Yeah.
That was it. Like, inventory was kind of a bummer, because you partner up with other stores, so you're responsible to be at 2 inventories. Like I didn't mind doing my store's inventory, but I didn't want to go to the Boulevard and do theirs, or go to the mall and do theirs.
And then their shit's all fucked up.
Yeah, and they didn't even try to prepare. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the worst.
Dude, I gotta piss.
All right, you want to call it? We're at an hour and a half.
Yeah, let's call it.
Let's call it. Do you got anything you want to plug? Your Instagrams or nothing?
Yeah, Instagram at Colin Sucks, SUX. That's COLINSUX. I don't post shit, but
comment.
I think the shit I post is good. I'll comment on your shit
too.
I'll follow you back. Click fucking follow. Smash that fucking button.
Smash that like button, bitch.
That shit.
You guys make sure to follow Yellow City Comedy and Productions on Facebook. You can also follow Yellow City Comedy on YouTube to catch this podcast on YouTube if that's your thing. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat. I don't know if I think the Snapchat's like I don't know, but my name on there is Funny Guy Sky. And then you can also find my at Twitter. It's at Funny Guy Sky, and same thing on Instagram at Funny Guy Sky. Bam. Funny Guy Sky. I have a song lined up. You're good to go. If you want, I'm going to play this song by Echo. I'm trying to help this dude out. You guys go to onetakecontest.com. Make sure to go vote for the video. I'm not going to play the one take. I've played it like 4 times in a row now. But I am going to play one of his songs just so you guys have them in your mind. Make sure to go to onetakecontest.com and vote for Infinity Bars. It's his official one-take video. You can find it on YouTube. But I'm going to play Comeback Season. It's one of my favorite ones that he just put out. You guys make sure to go look up Echo, EKOH. Appreciate you guys tuning into the podcast. Y'all have a good night.
fear of heights, but I kinda like it up here, it's nice. I've been at the bottom so long that I started to run out of real sense of right, yeah. I'm glad that I didn't, stuck to my guns and now I'm all up in it. Took a minute, I'm back from hiatus and ready to get down to business. Woo! So you can take me out the game, but I don't care at all. I hit the ground before, so I ain't really scared to fall. And if you didn't have my back when I was fucking up, I got a poster on me on your wall, then you can tear it off. See, I just been hoping I wouldn't come back, but everyone knows that I do not break, I just stop and refocus. I'm coming back for all the y'all, that's my moment, ain't no cheat codes, I'll be busting right through. Kick that depression, don't kick it with you. Learn some new lessons, I lost something too. If you cool with the old me, you don't know the new. Everybody get a little ego when you started on top and you're not doing well. Don't nobody know how good it feels when you get a little heaven and you've been through hell. I've been making music, trying to do it for the kid who never had another chance, trying to fit in. Maybe they ain't cool to anybody in the school, but they forget about the shit and really bond when they listen. Made the decision, it's my religion, I'ma do me, I don't need your permission. I know they talking about this like it really ain't shit, but I don't think you get it. Ball in my hand, I'm not dropping it now. They talking around, but we going up and I'm not coming down. So hand me the crown, battle these demons and killing them all. Building a house where I buried them all. Taking them out and I don't need a reason. Yeah, it's comeback season. Comeback season. I just been dreaming and thinking about killing them. Comeback season. I just been dreaming and thinking about killing them. Killing them, killing them. I just been thinking about killing them, killing them. I got a crew for the fans that die hard. Killing them, killing them. I just been thinking about I know they talking about this like it really ain't shit, but I don't think you get it. Starting the round and they ringing the bell. It's comeback season, I'm Johnny Manziel. Killed the old me cause I had to, but now it's been weeks and that body is starting to smell. Everybody asking if I'm really about to blow. Am I really gonna make it big this time or so? Am I gonna fall apart or keep it in control? Got some plans and I'm really trying to keep it on the low. I know that y'all just been thinking and hoping and praying I fall on my face. Got you all up in my business, but I am an astronaut, give me some space. Act under pressure, Deadpool shit, maximum effort. Lately I felt like I'm falling, but know that I'm always gonna land in the center. Give it a minute, I know that I'm getting up in it. The feeling I'm about to win has got me feeling like Tom with a pennant. Thinking a minute's anything that I've done, this isn't making a difference, man. I know the song is a hit when I pin it. Living it up like I'm seeing my last days. And got a crew full of fans that die hard. And that's the squad about to fill the front page. And all the graves in the backyard. Ball in my hand, I'm not dropping it now. They talking around, but we going up and I'm not coming down. So hand me the crown, battle these demons, I'm killing them all. Building the house where I buried them all. Taking them out and I don't need a reason. Yeah, it's comeback season.